Thanks for being with us tonight. 1 week to go before the Toronto election, and this afternoon was the second of two debates John Tory has chosen to take part in. Essentially, this is the last chance for others running for mayor to question his record and make their case while on the same stage. Today was hosted by the Toronto Region Board of Trade. The discussion was based on a number of different topics. Transit, how to support small businesses, cutting red tape at City Hall, and housing. And here are a few clips from the exchange about red tape.
I have run successfully organizations in the public, in the private, in the not-for-profit, and in all of them, if you have not ended red tape within the first 2 years, you are out. Mr. Tory has not ended red tape in over 8 years, and he wants more time for it.
We've taken substantial portions of the city's interaction with businesses and people online, but we have more to do. There's no question about that. The government has to be more nimble, and so it's clearly set out in my platform on which I'm seeking a mandate, things ranging all the way from literally finding a way to guarantee we cut in half the time it takes for people in the hospitality business to get a permit.
You have experience sitting in boardrooms, but your records shows that all you do is collect dust. From Smart Track to your housing plan, your experience is collecting dust, and this is why we have the red tape that we have, because you haven't been proactively leading the business community.
Now, there were a few disruptions in the crowd. You can see here among those who purchased the tickets for the event, including candidate Reginald Tall, taking to the stage himself, standing right next to John Tory at one point. And there was a few disruptions, a number of people actually removed from the room at different points. Now, there were a number of other voices outside the venue here at College Park and City Hall as well.
Accessing emergency services to overdose.
Advocacy groups made their voices heard today as they called for a more compassionate city council. Members of the groups, including the No Pride in Policing Coalition and No More Silence, rallied ahead of this afternoon's debate. The group representing the city's Black and Indigenous residents, those experiencing homelessness, along with many other marginalized communities, say immediate change is needed at City Hall.
It's a Toronto where people are not only forced to live outside on our streets, but who are harassed on a daily basis by our police, who are raided, who have their belongings thrown in the garbage. This is a Toronto where, in the building behind me, police apologize for the violence against Black people that we have been telling them and they've been denying has been happening for decades. It's that Toronto. Community organizations.
Several speakers, including Claudette Beals-Clayton, the mother of Regis Korchinski-Paquette, who died during a police wellness check back in 2020, renewed their call to defund the police. Meanwhile, cycling advocates have put together a list of things that they want the City Council to implement to make our streets safer for everyone. A coalition led by the group Cycle Toronto gathered outside City Hall today, calling on candidates to commit to 10 priority actions they say will prioritize people who get around by walking, taking transit, or biking.
It's obvious to anyone trying to get around that our streets are serving no one well. Our streets are currently unsafe for even the most able-bodied individuals.
The group sent a survey to mayoral and councillor candidates from all 25 wards across the city to gauge their support for their 10-point plan. It includes investing in car-free spaces like bike lanes, along with speed enforcement cameras and reduced speed limits. They say they received positive responses from both John Tory and Gil Penalosa.